and he was running 28th at the time of the contact. We've got a total of 10 cars out of this race, and the big question mark is now Kevin Harvick. He was sliding back, guys. We'll check up on that, but first let's show you exactly what happened. Whoa, a little contact there, but Michael Annett and the 66 of Stephen Wallace. And then just a little bit further up, contact from the 66 into the 23.
That'll do it. You get hit like that, makes it difficult to hold on to, but hard racing here at Michigan.
All right, now let's get to the update on Kevin Harvick. Mike, what are you hearing down there?
Well, the big thing we've been hearing throughout the course of the weekend when it comes to this new generation car, the splitter. It's challenged these teams. Well, it's given Harvick and the 33 team a significant problem. Let's listen in.
I don't know. Maybe the splitter's laying on the ground. It looks exactly the same, Kevin. Don't look like it's hanging down.
I don't know what happened here with this car, but it definitely was slower after they made that pit stop.
All right, let's go back.
That's a side window out of some car.
And that's Harvick.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That might be some of his problem there.
We did not see that. Great camera work, guys.
Put a hole right there. I'm trying to see if there's a hole in the nose, but I don't see it. It looks like a piece of that window maybe right there.
Yeah. There's definitely some damage there. If that is...
But Harvick certainly was slower that run. I don't know what the problem was.
All right, well, let's reset this for you because we're now down to 13 to go with Brad Keselowski second behind Carl Edwards. Trevor Bayne has moved up to third. Menard is fourth. Kevin Harvick has now dropped back to fifth. And I guess the question I got to ask you, are you worried about that transmission?
No, it shouldn't be a problem here. It's just whenever he has to get the car back in gear on the pit stop. Right here, he won't even need to use the clutch to shift the third and fourth gear.
All right, so the clutch should be okay and not being a factor. Let's get you the 09 because that's our Aaron's lucky dog, John West Townley. And we are getting some takers on to pit road. Good call, Andy, as Trevor Bayne has come down, and so has the 33 and the 18 as well. Vince.
Well, they've still been working on this car. They're going to put another round in the track bar and also air pressure back in the right front. They haven't gotten it to where they want it to go, but they feel like they're getting a little bit better. Still plenty to do. They're seventh. Dave?
Trevor Bayne will take the tires. They're going to make just a slight adjustment for him on that run. He wasn't really happy with it, even though it was a very short run. Mike?
And the 33 is on pit road. They're going to work there, and it appears they're doing more work than just looking at the splitter. They've got the hood up. They're looking at the shocks as well. It appears it could be a bigger problem than what was first initially thought by Harvick. They're looking underneath, trying to make sure there's no damage they can quickly fix, trying not to go a lap down. The hood pins are now relatched, trying to get Harvick back out here before it's too late.
17 cars on the lead lap right now, the last being Ryan Truex. Remember, he had been running up front, but he was having handling issues. That's what sort of was his demise as he kept falling back, but he is still on the lead lap. Harvick gets refired and now will pull back out and will fall back in probably in that 17th, 16th position, somewhere in there. And as we scan through the field, we mentioned a lot of teams, all 10 cars out of this race. Danica Patrick still running, but it has been another struggling day for her. She's 30th right now, 4 laps down. I think we've updated you on just about everybody, all the players. We've given you the top 5. We're down to 11 laps to go. Next time by here at the Carfax 250. All right, back here at the Carfax 250, we have 10 laps remaining, and we're going to talk about the pit stops that the guys that did come in, and Trevor Bayne has now come back out in 9th position, and Kyle Busch is ahead of him now in 7th, and here's the reason why.
Trevor Bayne was the highest running car that made a pit stop right there, and he lost a spot, or actually a couple spots, but one of them to Kyle Busch, who had a great stop. His team doing a good job on pit road, 13.5 seconds, and you can see most of it on the left side for Trevor Bayne's team.
All right, let's update Kevin Harvick's situation. He's now shown in 16th position. He hits this piece out on track. Mike?
Well, you saw that piece of plexiglass Kevin Harvick hit on the racetrack. Well, here's part of it. They just dug this out of the grill of the car. The good news is for the 33, they found no problems with the shocks or the splitter.
Well, the biggest problem is he's, like we said, in 16th. Let's reset it for you because the top 6 cars did not stop. It's Edwards, Keselowski, Menard, Allgaier 4th, Logano, Colin Brown. Then the first to stop is Kyle Busch, and the green flag flies, and we are racing again with 9 laps remaining here at Michigan.
I want you to look at that Dodge engine pull.
Carl Edwards got a great jump. He actually got out front by about 3/4 of a car length. Here comes Brad Keselowski going to clear him.
That's incredible right there. That's just, when you see that, that's a lot of motor. Now you see 3 wide off the corner. Got some smoke off of Brendan Gaughan's car.
Yeah, he's got something going on. It could be a big problem if he can get over. Oh, yeah, he's got 5.
You're all good.
So it looks like the engine let go, and that would be the second engine this week for that team. He was running 12.
Yeah, I'd be surprised not to see a caution here. These cars have to run through that where he blew that engine.
Battles all over the track, and there is Kyle Busch. He was down on the apron on the restart. He's got Colin Brown giving him a little nudge, and here comes Stenhouse into the mix as well.
I'm kind of worried about them driving through where Brendan Gaughan blew up because he said it exploded. If there's not oil down there, there's probably pieces of metal.
Well, we're going to get our first idea. Yep, somebody brushed the wall there. Couldn't see exactly who.
That was the 6 of Stenhouse. See, Trevor Bayne had to get out of the throttle a little bit, lost a little bit of time.
Keselowski has opened up a 0.2 of a second lead and is trying to do what he did at the very beginning of the race, and that is check out on the field. It is Edwards and Allgaier and then Menard. That's your top 4. And now 7 laps remaining. A little bit further back, there's Reed Sorensen side by side with Colin Brown. Here comes the 88 of Sadler into the mix. Trevor Bayne right behind Sadler. On board with Colin.
Yeah, most of these guys either got some kind of tires on that last caution, so their cars handle a little bit better, trying to make as much as they can out of this.
Kyle Busch is the one doing the most with his tires. You can see right here making a move on Menard into 3.
Now remember, he was the first on the 4 fresh tires, and he now is ahead of Menard, put him into 4th position.
When you talk about a dangerous driver, you put Kyle Busch on 4 tires with 10 to go, he can be dangerous.
Let's check in on Kevin Harvick. He is in 14th position. He restarted 16th, going around Ryan Truex now for 13th.
Yeah, they reported, Mike said that it was a good thing they didn't find anything. I think Kevin Harvick was hoping they would find something because there's still something wrong with this race car now.
Battle for 3rd is starting to heat up because Kyle Busch is coming oh so close to the 12 of Justin Allgaier. Next time by, there'll be 5 laps remaining, just 10 miles.
He's got a big run here. This pass should be relatively easy, but look how low he gets on the racetrack. He's completely off on the apron.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tougher than you think maybe because Allgaier looked like he's going to protect that outside, and that's going to make it more difficult for Kyle Busch to get a run on him off the corner.
Well, Keselowski was dominant at the beginning of this race. It looks like he's trying to dominate the last few laps. You saw the gap between 1st and 2nd there. Now Allgaier goes to the low side. Kyle goes with him, and Menard says, okay, see if I can make the high line work. Let's get more on the race leader, Dave Burns.
When Paul Wolfe talked to his driver about whether or not to pit on that last round of pit stops, Brad was thinking about coming and getting tires. Paul Wolfe said, I want to stay out because once we get back out in clean air, you can win this race. Paul told me this morning that one of the reasons he's still motivated, even though they've got a huge lead in the Drivers' Championship, they want to beat the 18 car in the Owners' Championship. It's a separate group of points, and right now Kyle Busch's 18 team leads that by 34. He said that's what motivates us. We can still get him. And he said, by the way, Brad, if we pit, the 18 will for sure stay out because they're in that same race.
I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons that 22 car stayed out is because they didn't want to make another pit stop with that clutch problem they've had. They've really dodged a bullet all day long with that thing, and the last thing they want to do is have to make another stop.
Yeah, that caution caught them up. They didn't have to worry about that clutch there, and they were 3 to 4 tenths faster every lap before that. They continued that pace now.
Here comes Kyle taking a peek again underneath the 12. Can't get it done, though. He just can't keep the momentum going. He slides back up, and now Menard comes down underneath Kyle.
Yeah, this might give Allgaier an opportunity to get up there for that 2nd spot with Carl Edwards.
Menard had the position at the stripe, but here comes Kyle again on the high side. While these 4 guys duke it out for those positions, Brad Keselowski saying, thanks, fellas, I'm seeing you.
It's 3 to go here, and Allgaier's trying to make it a Penske 1-2.
Doesn't get it done as they come down the backstretch. Carl Edwards holds on to the spot. Remember, Roush Fenway has 20 total wins here at Michigan in all 3 Touring Series.